Queen's Comic Podcast. Hey, let's go.
Go ahead.
Hi. Hey, what's up? I'm Billy Bonds. This is the Queen's Comic Podcast.
I'm Ian. I like your shirt.
Oh, thank you. It's one of the Kirby museums. I never get a chance to wear it.
Have you been?
No, I've just been with them at conventions, like sitting next to the guys.
Yeah, I've never been either. I want to go.
So let's make an appointment. Let's go. Let's do a field trip.
Yeah, I'm off between Christmas and New Year. I'm sure we can find the time to do it then.
Oh, yeah. Watch that be the only time they're closed. I'm like, come on, bro.
Right.
That's always with these guys. I'm like, hey, you got to be fucking open sometime. We'll start off with some bad news. The Saturday show is canceled because one of the guys is not feeling good that runs it.
This is the one in
Queens Boulevard.
on Queens Boulevard in Woodside. Okay.
Yeah, but we were going to end it anyway because I'm going to just do one show a month, BK Invasion, until we get a big spot in Queens. But it's too much of a headache. Let's just move on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, every time we do something, it's always a problem somewhere, you know?
Sure.
Sorry about jumping around. I realized I forgot to be in gimmick mode.
Got to behave yourself on camera.
I'm trying not to be. I'm not trying to do any of those hardcore Chronicle shit. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
Yeah, that's actually my friend Sid. That's why I felt bad. I was like, oh. But you got a lot this weekend, didn't you?
No.
No, neither did I. But I got some cool stuff. But it wasn't like crazy shit because of I kept leaving. We had a great show. The United States Marines did the Toys for Tots.
Yeah, that was cool. We got a pretty good amount of donations, I feel.
Yeah, and they were fun. But one of those guys was there to recruit. And every time some young man came in, he was like, hey, did you hear what the Marines could do for you? I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was going to be happening, but it's all right. It's all good.
But you know what? Where else are you going to meet young men, I guess, right?
I mean, probably plenty of other places, but a comic show is not a bad spot. It's more like the spot where you're going to meet middle-aged, overweight men.
Yeah, but they were avoiding, they were ducking us, like bobbing and weaving, avoiding us.
Yeah.
You know, it was funny. Somebody was like, oh, you gave them a little speech to introduce them. Why don't you call the camera guy? I said, for what? I said, dog, it's for now. We're living in now. No more worried about cameras. No more nothing, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just live for today, baby.
Yeah, and whatever. We help some people. That's what matters.
That's all that matters. Don't worry about anything else.
Right, and the Marines were part of that.
Else. Yeah?
The Marines were a part of that, and shout out to Carl for helping make that happen.
Oh, yeah, Carl Williams, what a gent.
Drunkle Carl.
Drunkle Carl, oh my God. My man, we started dancing, me and him. We were doing the Watusi or whatever, you know, the one with like, din. But I was like, man, you've had too much to drink. He's like, you've had nothing. I was like, I know.
Yep.
You saw that part, right?
I don't think I did. That might have been when I went to get a panini.
Yeah, probably, because we were I was messing with him hard. We had so much fun. It was a fun show. It was a little bit crazy for me because we have an art show before and after. So I had to take apart a lot of stuff. In the morning, I lost this ring. I got it back, but I was losing my mind throughout the day. And then I had an emergency at work. But everybody pitched in and helped out.
It was good. It was really positive. I think the vibe was energetic. People were happy to be there. There was no drama, no nonsense.
Yeah, which I kind of prefer. But because we have a spot that's good, we're just going to do once a month in Brooklyn.
That's fine by me.
Yeah, I don't need more than that. We're going to start taking donations if anybody wants to give, but in reality, we prefer if you give us comics to give to Comic Books for Kids, the hospital charity. We'll send them out. We have two boxes going out now.
Okay.
The Marines took a bunch of toys. We're going to do a couple of food challenges for everybody, like food donation challenges, nothing crazy. Service before self, because these comic books should teach you something.
Yeah, agreed.
You know what I mean? So, but luckily everybody's so down with us and so into it and they get it because we're not really for profit when it comes to organizing it. The vendors, you know, they buy and sell comic books, but really this is just a club.
Yeah.
This is a party.
Right.
Literally, it's in the name. I literally got it from watching the Honeymooners with the club they had. And then I watched Die Hard and I thought it was the funniest in the world with him saying, welcome to the party, pal. You know, I'm trying to learn how to say it in 3 different languages, but it's slow but surely. Also, we're on Blue Sky now, so if anyone wants to follow us, because Twitter is a horrifying place.
It's a cesspool of political garbage.
I wish I saw politics. I opened it up to some of the most violent stuff I ever saw in my life.
It's gone so downhill so fast. I
Yeah,
use
holy
it
smokes.
for my website because I can't completely walk away from it because I need the views that my 15-year-old account gets. Blue
Yeah,
Sky,
it's
I'm
been there
not there
forever.
yet, but I'm not hanging out on the platform anymore.
Yeah, I don't doom scroll on it because it's
Nope.
like Instagram is just as bad now. Like
My Instagram is pretty clean.
my personal one, I was getting real crazy. I was like, oh, I don't need to see this
Time to
because I'm into
unfollow some
certain.
people.
Huh?
Time to unfollow some people.
No, I was going through it. And no, this is like when you look the random stuff to look up new shit and
Oh, I
videos.
don't do that.
Oh no, you're better off. But my stuff is I mostly look at bees. I'm really into bees. Don't ask me why.
Bees,
I'm
like
really into like
bumblebees?
bumblebees and
Okay.
hallucinogenic honey, and that's cool. But then it goes into some crazy violent like stuff involving like acts of terrorism, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
really need to see this. I'm like,
No,
what a jump!
no.
And then conspiracy theorists or drones that look like Buicks. They kept saying. I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what's going on in New Jersey, but it's getting real funky and weird.
Oh, I've seen reports about that. Yeah, the drones that supposedly turn off when you and disappear when you look at them.
Yeah, but there's videos of
Oh,
them, and they're like, they look like they're flying. I'm looking at the Mighty Ducks when they all fly away. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think this country would not shoot them down. We shoot everything down.
you shoot a lot of things down. It's probably Amazon.
You think it's the Amazon drones?
No, I'm joking.
No, no, but they have drones. It's not that
They
big.
do. I know. They want to deliver by drone. They're pushing for it,
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's nothing like having to go on my roof to find my package.
right? Or it'll come to your window, and I guess you get it that way. But I mean, in New York City, people are going to fall out of windows. That's a bad idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally. But I'm not gonna lie, going on my roof is not a bad idea.
I don't want to go on my roof.
Well, yeah, well, you're closer to your roof than you are to the first floor.
I am. I still don't want to go on my roof. I don't like
Yeah,
heights.
I'm in the middle. I'm on the second floor. I can go up and down.
Yeah, I don't like heights, so I'm staying off the roof.
Fair, fair. Like I got my neighbor, I think is a stripper dancing on the roof. So when I go up there, I'm like, oh hey, it's you again.
That sounds more fun than what's probably happening on my roof.
Yeah. Yeah, true. All right. You want to see what I got this week?
Go for
All
it.
right. Let's start off with the best thing of them all. Beavis and Butthead. TV talkers works with any remote control.
Was this your thrift store score?
No, this is my St. Mark's comic score because
Okay.
I missed the rest of the part, like that aftermath. I went and unclogged the sewer for 3 hours. I got it open. Says I'm gonna get myself something nice. So I got this thing. I always wanted the Beavis and Butthead toys, but I never saw them, and this is so much better.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they talk crap like this show sucks. Yeah, change it from 1996, and it's not included with 4 batteries, which I love because that means the batteries didn't explode inside.
Oh, right. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, because that's always freaks me out with this stuff. Yeah, I love it. I love it. This is like just a glorified statue from the 90s.
Hmm.
This is great. Um, I'll do a couple of comics. Nothing major, but Matthew showed up with some books, and I bought this one off of him.
Yeah,
Doctor
that was before.
Strange 177.
He gave you a good deal on that. It's a nice copy.
Totally, because it's a keeper for me because I do enjoy Doctor Strange, but I just don't collect enough.
Right.
I'm assuming this is the Steve Ditko run.
No, that looks like Gene Colan to me, but I could be wrong.
100% right. You even talked about it with him, and I overheard you guys.
Did I? I don't remember.
Yeah, you talked about it. That's right. Because how many times people bring up Gene Colan these days?
I mean, me probably once a month.
That's well, you're talking about Gene, right? No, I'm just kidding. And next up is another Jimmy Olsen from Jack Kirby, number 135. I got off It's Alive Comics.
Nothing wrong with
Great
Kirby.
price. Great price.
Yeah.
It was half price. It was but he gave it to me a better deal, $10. Because now I didn't mean to, but now I'm collecting all of the Kirby stuff
You're
from
trying to
DC.
finish the Kirby run on Jimmy Olsen or just Kirby in general?
Kirby in general, actually. Only one I don't like is Commandy.
So I'll give you a couple of suggestions because I went through a Kirby phase pretty hardcore about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
The Fourth World stuff, even if you don't like Commander, you said that. Have we talked about OMAC before?
OMAC is terrible.
OMAC is awesome.
Dude, come on, with the lady in the thing.
So bizarre.
It is
give OMAC
bizarre,
another
but
shot.
Say again?
OMAC is nuts. Give it another shot.
I have the trade.
Give it another shot.
I have the entire Kirby trade. I have every single issue he's ever done of this stuff.
Hmm?
But I always thought it was the oddest book. But I do love in the New 52 and Infinite Crisis when they brought back OMAC.
OMAC should be a big weird guy with a mohawk who talks to a box in the sky. That's the way it should be.
I get that, but like I'm a big fan of how he was Batman's secret weapon to control all the superhumans.
I didn't read that. To me, OMAC is done in the 70s. I don't want. Well, I read the Byrne 4-issue miniseries from the 80s. That wasn't bad. That was
John Byrne?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, but he's good at everything.
Yeah. But
right,
but going back to Kirby for a second, check out because you can put these runs together for a couple bucks an issue. The Pacific Comics Captain Victory and Silver Star. Because it was Kirby without like any editorial interference. And Captain Victory, in a lot of ways, ties into the New God stuff.
Okay. There's a book that they have a female Black Bolt with the whole wings thing.
Okay.
I love that look. I love the way that the Black Bolt with the fins.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow that's my favorite thing because I have a Kirby tattoo.
Right.
And I always want to get a second one, and Black Bolt was it with the wings. But then when I saw the female one like that, I was like, oh, this is just as good.
I don't think I've seen a female one, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's from the same company who does Captain Victory.
Captain Victory is done by Pacific.
It's the one after Pacific because he continues Captain Victory in another company.
They brought it back with
Tops, I think.
But prior to Tops, or maybe it was after Tops, there's also like 2 issues. I think they're black and white. That was stuff that I'm trying to remember the story behind it. I think it might have been done for the Pacific run, but not published.
Gotcha.
And they're tough to find.
Well, the ones I'm talking about are some Tops trading cards.
Okay, yeah, I remember the Tops stuff.
There was 5 different books.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was that female Black Bolt.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great.
That was around the same time they were doing Satan 6, right?
I didn't like that.
No, I didn't like it either. The only one I bought.
I didn't like Satan 6. Wow, I can't believe how much. I love Inferior 5. I love Secret 6. I love anything with a number. But somehow I did not like that.
Satan 6 kind of sucked.
Yeah, even the logo was too much like it looked like the Midnight Suns.
Yeah, well, that would have been the era. But
yeah, I mean, but I was like, this is like I'm running out of ideas, dude.
Issue 4 does have the first appearance of Jason Voorhees in a comic book in it, which is kind of an interesting side note, I guess.
All right, so I got to keep a lookout
for that. Still not good.
I believe it, man. I believe it. All right, that's it for Kirby.
I think so.
Yeah, because I kept interrupting you, so I was like, oh crap.
All right, yeah, but no, my point was check out Captain Victory. I think you'd really like it, and Silver Star is just weird enough to be interesting. And again, you can find these for don't pay more than like $5 an issue.
All right, you know what it is? I'm trying to. You know when you go to collect books, you're like, what do I gotta do now? And now that I do just artists and rows, I'm having way more fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? David Finch, Frank Quietly, Jeff Faraji, the guy he's a Native American artist. I'm in love with his work. Azrit, you know, he's got a section. Like, it's hard not to love all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the guy who does Bill and Ted?
Evan Dorkin?
Evan Dorkin's got a section because then I find books that he did. And then he had a series of books called Hectic Planet. Never found a single issue, but I have the 2 trades.
Hectic Planet, he did Pirate Corps, he did Milk and Cheese, he did Dork.
Milk and Cheese, I think I was accumulating a lot of issues from that run.
It's a great run. I wish he'd do more of it.
You know what? Because I'm a toy guy too. Mm-hmm. I need the Milk and Cheese action figures. And I need those, and I need the Misfits in a Casket figures from the 2000s. And really, that's it, because the Beavis and Butthead thing has been on my list forever. You know, everything else I can find, like most people can see, like, it's insane. You know, my corner. Yeah. But behind here is nutty too. But it's like finding that stuff, like Milk and Cheese, being an action figure is awesome. I also have the Drinking Crow Bird, or what is it, the Drinking Crow?
Oh, Drinking Crow, yeah.
Yeah, so I got that.
But I
love those. That whole time of toys and vinyl is dope.
Drinky Crow was Tony Millionaire, wasn't it? Not Evan Dorkin?
Yeah. But I'm just saying toys that came out around that time.
I gotcha. Like during
what I mean? Like, now I have bootlegs and all this stuff. I love toys. I love how we do toy shows, but it's all new shit.
Mm.
Like, I'm always looking for the oddest crap ever. Also, I forgot to say, I got another 7-Eleven cup from St. Mark's Comics for cheap of Doctor Doom versus Namor.
Cool.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this just add to the pile.
Yeah.
I love, dude. The thing is, though, with comics and toys and all this stuff, the more oddball shit you can add to it, the more I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like, I love all this crap. Like, come on, man. Look at the age we live in now. That's so dope that we have a baby Deadpool, a popcorn holder for stuff. You know what I mean? You know how cool that is? And a gladiator like Coliseum. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like a Wolverine, which is a disgusting thing. Wolverine popping. Sorry, I'm going off the handle. It's just so cool seeing more crap out. Because back in all you got was the Superman ring and the membership, a Batman membership card. But then there'd be oddball stuff like paper. Like, did you ever see Sean from Pop Fuzz show off that he has a Shazam puzzle that you make from paper?
No, that doesn't surprise me that he has that though.
Yeah, I was with him when he picked up. I was like, oh, he was like, you want it? I was like, no, I'm okay, man. But I thought it was cool. I was like, but here, let me do these rest of the books because then you're up.
Okay.
Do you have anything?
I do.
All right, cool. It's real quick, so I'll knock these out. Beavis and Butthead from Wizard, Ashcan,
Cool.
little one. Dazzler picture cover.
I like that cover.
I love this. I wonder who's the actor. Is this Louise Simonson again?
I honestly don't know who that is.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's her because she seems to have done everything for these guys. I got myself another copy of Wrightson's Twisted
Yep.
Tales.
Classic cover.
Yeah, it's not as good as the one I sold, but for $1.
Oh no, always pick up Twisted Tales for $1. Even if you already have them, just buy more.
This one I got for $2, but it's in such bad condition. Fantastic Four 114. Because I might try as an old man, see if I can do 1 through 115.
Okay.
You know, maybe one day when I have money, right before, like, I'll take out the ultimate loan before I die and buy Fantastic Four 1. You know, and then now it's just a series of Simpsons. Like, even I'm getting tired of Simpsons because they're all just like whatever. Let me pull out the stuff that's not Simpsons that you would love. Oh, crud. It's all Simpsons, this one.
Cool.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not like, how do I say this? They don't make me as excited as everything else here.
You're getting burnt out on them because you were all about those last year.
No, because I'll finish it, but I don't care as much as the books I got from Lunchbox Comics. Like, let me show you what I got at Borbs. I got a Helena comic.
Oh yeah, I know that book.
And then a Creeper #3.
Cool. I just finished that run like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I'm like, now it's my turn to finish up. I'm very happy about
It's
that.
not hard. It's only like 5 or 6 issues.
It is 6 issues.
Yeah.
All right, I have to play around to cover the nudity in here. I got from Lunchbox Comics.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have that
Huh?
I have that book.
Yeah. This stuff I love. You know, I've been getting. You guys got me into indie books, so I'm a little bit doomed.
Yep.
But I got another Feds and Heads comics, but this one is probably second printing.
It is, yeah. You can tell by the color scheme on it, but
Yeah, but it also has
cool.
the big frame because I have the little one. Homegrown Funnies.
One of Crumb's best works. Have you read it yet?
This looks fun.
Have you read Homegrown
This
yet?
one, you were like, "Oh, let's grab it." It was $20, but I got it for $5.
Nice. Have you read
I'm
Homegrown
glad I
Funnies
held
yet?
that. What's up?
Have you read Homegrown Funnies yet?
No, because I have the complete Crumbs.
Okay.
So I'm not too sure which one of these are in there, but it's like volume probably like 8.
Yeah, I have no idea what volume it would have been. That's the issue with White Man and Bigfoot in it, which is hilarious.
What?
The story
White Van?
White Man and Bigfoot,
Oh, dope.
about a guy who goes camping and falls in love with a female Sasquatch. It's amazing.
That's awesome. I can't wait to read it. Subvert Comics #1.
Mhm.
I don't remember no printings on that, but I don't care. Slow Death from Last Gasp.
Yep.
$5. And there's another one I gotta like be good with the cover and up part. Zap Comics.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was pretty much it. This I got mail order from Lunchbox Comics. He's selling a lot of indie books. So he's the guy that's friends with our buddy Tom.
Yeah, his prices were pretty good. He shipped them to you
His prices
fast.
were
it seems.
fantastic. It just I could only afford so much. I was like, oh, I should have got more, you know?
Yeah.
What else? So what you get?
Not a ton. Saturday, Matthew and I went to visit Anthony in the Bronx. I got 4 books. I got a Tomb Raider #1,
That's very nice.
and then I got a Tomb Raider #1 variant.
Is this all Mike Turner? I mean, Turner covers?
Silvestri on this one.
So that's really nice.
Yeah. And then
He's the guy to make a collection of a row, but he has so many X-Men covers that you have to separate the X-Men, and you like forget it.
yeah, too much. I did not know this series existed until I saw it in the bin Saturday morning, despite being a really big Sam Keith fan. It's called My Inner Bimbo, published by Oni.
That's great.
Yeah,
Is that
great
Oni?
cover. So I got issue 1 and 2 of that, and I need to finish that run. Cover art on these is great. I haven't had time to read them yet. I've been really busy. And then I went to Gotham afterwards
Before you
in the
get to
dollar
that,
bin. Didn't find a ton that I'm
Ian,
keeping.
hold on a second. Back to Sam Keith. People were pulling out indie books from Sam Keith I was seeing.
Yeah.
And it was so oddball stuff for $1, $2. I forget how many independent books he's done
Lots.
before he became big with Max and doing Sandman on his own.
Yeah, he did like some radioactive black belt hamsters.
Sandman, then Max.
Yeah, he did some radioactive black belt hamsters stuff. He did an Airboy cover for Eclipse and a bunch of early work for Kamiko or Comico. I don't know how you pronounce it.
I think Kamiko fits better.
Sorry?
Kamiko seems to fit better.
Yeah, but a lot of people say Comico, like comic company. I don't know.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah. Anyway, Gotham, as far as what I'm keeping, Spectacular Spider-Man 116. Loved this book as a kid. It's first appearance of somebody, I don't remember who.
What a great cover though with Sabretooth.
Yeah, and this was a really cool score. This is Ava Hopkins' Fear of Flight with a
Nice.
awesome Linsner cover on it. He did the back cover in an interior story too. This was another book I didn't know existed until I saw it. So I was really happy to score that for $1. Not that I'm selling it, but I can't find any real pricing information on it. There's one guy asking $20 on eBay and another guy asking 80, and no sold that I can find. Either way, it's worth $1 to me. So I was happy to get that.
There.
Then as far as what I got at the show, mostly dollar bin digging stuff from Carl and Badfish.
Badfish was fantastic. Carl was fantastic.
Yeah, I got Aardvark #2.
That's awesome.
I'm obsessed with this cover. I don't know why. I haven't read the issue yet, but this cover, like I keep going back to it and staring at it, which is weird. I got Warlock #2. Working on this.
That's a nice cover.
4 left. I've said it before. I'm a soft spot for Charlton Garbage, so for $1, I'll pick up a Fighting 5.
Very nice.
Another Tomb Raider, because it was $1. Why not? I don't go after variants very often, but when I see a James Stokoe variant for $1, I'm gonna grab it. This cover is killer.
Dude, that is great. I love his artwork, but I wanted him to stick to mountain shit. Like hills and robots and all that shit.
Yeah.
His horror is cool, but it's very lackluster compared to how much he does.
I don't know. I like his horror art a lot. His aliens art is what got me started on him.
Yeah, but that's because you see the ship and the mechanical and all that shit is great.
Yep. But that Creepshow cover is pretty cool for $1.
No, it's very nice. And I'm very jealous that you have one.
Sorry?
I'm jealous you got one. I need one.
Oh, yeah. Silver Age Unknown Worlds for $1. Sure, I'll take it.
Cool.
Yep. And then Annihilation Conquest Wraith #2. First appearance of somebody that I probably don't care about, but for $1. I like the cover on that. And then the last book I traded with Heroes Reborn for. It's a second printing of Mark Spears' Monsters #1.
We got to talk about that.
We will talk about that. So I picked up the second issue at Midtown, but I was not able to get a hold of a copy of the first issue. So John and I were talking about it. He had an extra copy of the second print, and he gave me a really good deal on that. I had some books he wanted. He had that I wanted, so we were able to make a trade. Kind of happened. So thanks to John for that. I have not had time to read it yet. I have not read the second issue yet because I was waiting until I got a copy of the first issue. I've done no reading in the last few days. So once I get to it, maybe next episode I can offer up my thoughts on it. But you go ahead. You had something you wanted to say about it.
I lost a bid for that same copy today for $20.
Mm.
I missed the whole bids. It was like they thought it was going to go for Wild. I see it go for like $80.
That's a second print. They go for 20 to 30.
The second print?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I figured that. But for a second print.
Right.
People asking a lot, so I'm like, I'm going to wait it out. I went to my LCS today. I ordered the third print coming out #1. It's the werewolf on the phone.
Okay, I didn't know they were doing a third print. Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's coming out end of January. And I told him put me on the list for every single cover under $10.
Yeah, I mean the covers are what's making this series move. I think the interior art's really good. Again, I haven't read it, so I can't comment on the story. I've heard very good things about it, but the covers, all of them are great.
Well, he's doing Green Lantern, and that's what hooked me on. I love the work, but I'm not paying $100 a cover.
No, me neither.
No, I mean, like, not to look at something pretty, but for an amazing John Stewart cover, I can pay $10 for. I'm getting it.
Sure.
And I just ordered the Green Lantern. They only got me the B cover, but I need the C cover now. I gotta go find it where it's a connecting cover of Mark Spears or Sears?
Spears.
Spears. Because there's a Bart Sears. That's why I keep messing up. Mark Sears, Green Lanterns. I love what he's done with John Stewart and Guy Gardner. The guy's a great artist.
Yeah, he's really good.
And number 3 is gonna be Dracula and his brides.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And Ilsa.
That the cover of the
And the Ilsa.
Yeah, the Ilsa one's also good. There's also
and I don't remember what cover A is. I ordered them all.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna do that. You can order it from keenspots.com, but Everyone Comics is gonna be my LCS for the oddball stuff, so I'm gonna get it there.
Okay. Yeah, support your LCS. You should.
Mm-hmm.
He also has like super limited ones on his Kickstarter page that you can get. They're limited to like 200 pieces, but they're a little pricey. I mean, probably if you want to spec on it, they're probably a good investment. You could probably flip them and make some money on them, but I don't care.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna ever spec on somebody because I see these guys fail so hard on specking. Mm-hmm. Like, look what happened to Clayton Frame.
Yeah.
You know, and no offense, the guy's talented as hell.
Oh,
and all those other guys are so good artists too. Just enjoy the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Let them get more work out there. Like, no offense. I remember when everybody tried to get into Jenny Frison and even Peach Momoko. Yeah. All those covers are not worth anything except to the collector, but they're so good. You know what I mean? Like, now that that flipper market kind of tanked.
There's still some pretty expensive Frison covers out there.
Which ones?
The early stuff, the Voltron one she did, the Liberty Annual one.
Okay, fair enough, but that's like a 2-market thing where one is comic art, one is Voltron people.
Yeah, but even some of the early Red Sonja ones still go for like $30-$40.
All right, that's not bad, but I'm talking about 100, 200. I don't see any of those.
Yeah, no, I mean the ratios, some of the ratios go for some big money too. So I wouldn't say that like they've all completely dropped off, but it's the same idea as Peach, right? Like at first, when her art first came out, it wasn't everywhere. And
yes.
The print runs weren't super high. And now it's the other side of the coin, right? The print runs are high. People are collecting her work now. She's better known, and great for her. She deserves all the success. She's a really talented artist, just like Peach.
They both are.
Yeah.
They both are. They're two of the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but what kills me is like, I want to see more work by them, and so I can buy it. I want to own it. For Zatanna, fantastic. Peach Momoko's Ghost Rider was so dope. I grabbed it the other day. You know, let them do as much as they can, because I like the variance and the ratio, but they're still getting paid the same amount of money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They're still getting paid the same page fee, if it's 1 in 25 or it's 1,000 copies at a time out there. You know what I mean? Right. Let them make money. Let everybody buy their artwork. Let everybody pay them $10 to get it signed. All that good shit. Because when you're good.
I want to see Frison do an actual story, not just a cover.
Me too. I thought she did iZombie when I first found it, but then I realized she just did the covers.
Right.
But those are great too. Like, you know, I wasn't a big iZombie fan, but everybody loved it because of that show. Great stuff.
I didn't see the show. I read the first couple issues. I thought it was decent. I didn't follow through with it all the way.
Yeah, but there's like an omnibus or an absolute you can grab now.
Right.
What's another artist that you want to pick up more of?
I mean, I'm still collecting the same old guys I've been collecting for decades. I'm still picking up any Wrightson I don't have, any Vigil I don't have, any Corbin I don't have. I pick up Kaluta stuff when I find it cheap. That's Linsner. I've been on a big Linsner kick the last 6 months. Crumb stuff. If I don't have a Crumb book or a Spain Rodriguez book and I see it at a good price, I pick it up. I'm not really collecting a lot of current artists.
Well, that's the thing, is I'm trying to get more into current people, and Mark Spears is definitely somebody who's pulled me in now.
Yeah,
those covers are fantastic.
Mark Spears is pulling me into. I still buy Alexis
Dan
Smith
Hip
stuff.
is one of my favorites.
Who?
Dan Hip.
I don't know
He
him.
does a lot of cartoony characters for DC,
Okay.
and they're fun. I'm trying to get more people like that. I'm trying to get more like I've been collecting Mirror Wolf for a while, stuff like that. Like
Yeah, Maria Wolf's great, but has she done any interior stories? So I think it's only covers.
not only covers. All these
Yeah,
people are doing covers.
right.
But the thing is, though, I had this conversation with Pop Fuzz like a few hours ago. A friend of his was the editor for Kingdom Come
Mhm.
or Marvels for the Marvels. And
Okay.
Alex Ross kept sending them in. And he was like, yo, you think they're good? And he goes, yo, they're fucking great.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? But those are the first times he ever did interior. He wasn't just doing covers.
No, that's not true. He did Terminator Burning Earth.
But how many? Well, the big time. You know what I mean?
First big time book, yeah, but he did all 5 issues of Terminator Burning Earth.
That's dope. But as Alexander. But here's the thing. What I'm trying to say is he had self doubt in himself.
Oh, sure. I think everybody does when they start.
Yeah, which
I
I
don't know
love.
if it ever
Man.
goes
He's
away.
the best. Huh?
I don't know if it ever fully goes away.
No, I doubt. I feel like that same thing. But Alex Ross has to know he's one of the greatest of all time now.
Sure, but I bet he still has moments where he's working on something and he doesn't get it right and he starts to doubt it. It's only human
Fair.
nature.
True. But like, it made me feel good to hear somebody so talented to feel doubt. Because something also happened today. I'm not going to name this bozo, but I kind of blocked him earlier. Some Midwest guy. He wrote Quentin Tarantino went on the Joe Rogan show
Mhm.
and talked about if by 25 you don't know what to do with your life, all you're doing is a preview of the bitterness of your life. And I was like, that's bullshit. I've done a lot of things in my life. I am 40 years old.
Yep.
I didn't start the comic party till I was 36.
Mhm.
I didn't start my first business, my own business, at 30.
Right.
I own 3 different businesses. They're not super successful. I had no idea what I was doing half the time.
Mhm.
It just I knew I wouldn't mind doing the Mike Rowe thing of I'm down to get dirty. You know what I mean? I'll do what I
Yeah.
gotta do. Comics is other than the personalities, comics is the cleanest thing I deal with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I deal with some grimy people, crazy people, violent people, all of my other businesses, and I'm okay. But I didn't know what I was doing until I was 30, and I still don't know what I'm doing, but I'm okay with it. I'm just going forward. Because like Luke Cage, always forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it pissed me off. People saying that if you don't know what you're doing by then, you should just be ready for a bitter life. And that's some bullshit.
I'm turning 50 next year, which scares the shit out of me. I've been at the same job for over 15 years at this point. I'm comfortable there. I don't mind it. Is it my dream job? No, but I get creative fulfillment through other outlets, through my
Exactly.
writing, through my website, through commentary work and things like that. My job is a means to an end.
Yes. But that's what jobs are.
Yeah.
Not every, that's the part that kills me is like, I'm not going to listen to people who've had opportunities or easier lives tell me how my life should have been this or that.
Mhm.
It's not. It's not. It was just not meant to be like that. And
Right.
that's the same thing for all our listeners right here. Don't ever feel bad that like you're not sure where you're going. It's all right. I don't know where I don't even know where I'm going now, but I'm doing all right.
I'm never going to
But
know.
yeah, but when you hear somebody, the problem is that boasting bullshit is not for me.
Mhm.
And everybody should know that's for themselves too. You know what I mean? If you're not sure what you're doing, don't worry about it. Take a nap. See you tomorrow. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it, man. Do some comics. Do whatever. Some guys, they discovered this is what they really like to do now is comics.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And you got to just give people an opportunity to find themselves. If you like doing stand-up comedy, you're going to find a way to do stand-up comedy. I've done it a couple of times. A lot of people I'm around I don't like, but I do not like doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so this is just like one of our moral compass episodes at the end, you know?
Yeah. Inspirational speaker stuff.
Yeah. I hate when people tell you run out of time. You never run out of time. As long as you never give up, you never lose. You know what I mean?
My mother and my stepdad retired in their mid 60s towards their late 60s, like most people do, and left Niagara and moved north and decided to get into horseback riding.
Oh, wow.
Just they don't own horses. They don't have the space or the money necessarily to do that, but they got into horseback riding out of nowhere. Completely out of nowhere. My grandparents retired. They had some spare time. This is a hokey thing, but they got really into square dancing.
That's cool.
Yeah, my wife's laughing in the corner because it's kind of funny. But they got, you find new things to do as you age. And you're not, some people do the same thing over and over again throughout their whole life. And that's great. If it works for you, keep it up. Make yourself happy. If not, try something new. Like you said, take a nap and try again tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Like, you never know. Maybe in a couple of years, you'll be into NASCAR and I'll be into honky tonks.
Yeah, well, or we'll both be into square dancing.
I don't know, man. I
You
tried
got
the
the moves.
do-si-do. It's not for me, man.
You got the moves.
I got the moves, but don't mean it's going anywhere.
You could do-si-do.
Yeah, but maybe the honky tonk is where I want to be at.
Maybe.
But that's the thing, man. That, like, as long as it's not gambling, which seems to be everybody's pastime right now.
I don't really gamble.
Neither do I. I used to gamble when I was in my 20s. I was crazy about it. I was at Best Buy trying to pick up a Fire Stick for my mother, and the dudes were arguing because their parlays didn't come in. I had to stop for a minute because all I could think of was Pirates of the Caribbean. What's a parlay, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Just ring me up, dude." I was like, "Let me get out of here." I don't care if they're not going to cover the spread.
Right.
But here, I think we've had a pretty good episode.
Yeah, I'm out of things to say.
Yeah, it's been a fun night. So we'll see everybody. Well, we're going to see everybody if they want to come to the comic book trivia at Everyone Comics on December 20th. Friday night, we're going to start doing 2 shows. We're going to do 2 Friday night events at Everyone Comics and a Tuesday night event of drink and draw. So one is trivia, comic book trivia on a Friday night. Another is anime night, so you can come and watch some old anime with us for a few hours and just hang out on a Friday night. And a Tuesday night drink and draw, which was sponsored by the Queen's Comic Party.
Nice. And that's at Everyone Comics in Long Island City, Queens.
Long Island City, 27th Street, right by the Queensboro Plaza.
A 2-minute walk from the 7 train.
Yep, you can walk there, and for every you pay your ticket, it's $5, but you get a soda or a White Claw, whichever one you prefer, and like just hang out and have a good time. And that's the only entry you got to pay, and you can hang out and do trivia. And there's gonna be raffles, and I'm gonna the grand prize is gonna be some big. I'm gonna bring a couple of Silver Age books. It's gonna be fun.
That's on the 20th?
The 20th, yeah, in 2 weeks. Not this Friday, next Friday.
I might see if I can do that.
Come, dude. I'm gonna see. Yeah, come. The trivia is ridiculous. We're gonna do a mix of Marvel and DC. Try and make a couple of hard ones, and then let's see. And then we're gonna have a couple of episodes of. We'll play some Marvel cartoons from the '80s.
Cool.
You know, I my big one I want to play is the Pride of the X-Men, which has like the greatest X-Men intro ever with an Australian Wolverine. It's so good. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
Yeah, with the greatest heavy metal theme song ever until the 90s Japanese heavy metal theme song of X-Men 92. But until then, so we'll see you next week. Yep. I'm Billy Bombs.
And Ian.
And this is the Queen's Comic Podcast.
/ inspirational speeches.
Yeah, word.
Bye.
Bye.
Queen's Comic Podcast.